South Sudan really is a country where the latest data collection is quite a number of years back, and in the meantime, so many shocks happen to South Sudan that we don't have any good idea what actually is happening on the ground.
Yala dokitu muding pe joko da tu bet jumur laga lunga churu abe gachita apeke doka ya di kudu don yala deru gekata akiti kune yeche shudere yala kone po yume yala
Fesar tamania kan 16 riyal almuti wara barun bazene tane jana bi geni 2 yom ma bag defuna sat mal ma fi.
And all the programs from the World Bank, but also government policies, they are really supposed to address the needs of the people in South Sudan. And how can you do that if you don't have the data?
At this time, the economic indicators of South Sudan are not very desirable, and so it means we need to work very hard to get things right. And that's what statistics say. Statistics say, you know, there is a gap here, so fill it up. South Sudanese are very strong people. They are also desirous of seeing that they move away from what has happened. And so in order for people to understand what's going on, the exchange rate, the market, the consumption, our work is to generate the information and give it to the government institution to utilize. So statistics is very important for planning purposes and for allocation of resources, but it is also very good for accountability. And that's why we are carrying out this survey.
We initially conducted the survey just in Juba, then extended to 2 other cities. But we did this as a pilot to see if the survey would be possible, if it was possible to overcome the basic challenges of doing a survey in such a difficult environment.
Then from there you divide.
Initially, we weren't sure if it was going to work, and it confirmed that the survey could work with a great deal of effort.
So the scale-up involved both geography. How do we turn this from a 3-city pilot into a representative survey of the country? And secondly, how do we expand the amount of information we collect? Pretty challenging, pretty challenging. And this is where now we had to use technology to get over some of these constraints.
So the enumerators use tablets for to conduct the interview. And the enumerators submit the data every day to the server. In addition, we did design a new automating process which takes the data, cleans the data, processes the data, and then derives the statistics we are interested in. And then this process automatically publishes the data online in a dashboard. And this allows the government, but also development partners, and of course ourselves, to look at the data every day, to download the data, and to use the data to inform analysis. We were interested in complementing the very quantitative picture of the numbers with really a zoom into the life of the people in South Sudan. Therefore, we equipped the enumerators with a tripod and with a little microphone, and then the enumerator, just with a few leading questions, records the testimonial of the respondent.
So I send a ligo begin agaze nifustena.
If you speak out, you reduce pain, you reduce anger, you begin to understand why things happen the way they happen, which adds beauty and substance to statistics.
Imagine I have twins. We were expecting, we thought that we have our last child, that will be 3 children, and then we stop. But the last one comes 2. So now I have 4 children. Things have changed a lot. Things have changed a lot. Our local currencies become useless. And you just go to the market, you check the market. Things are terrible. Things are terrible. So I make sure that I stock food items every month. And that saving, it is what is helping me. That's the only tactic that I'm using, and it's helping me, and I'm surviving on that. Otherwise, I could not. Because I have 4 wonderful kids, and I really worry about their future. I worry about their future.
Hajal ge kutu gel batay gwaja fi iyal ta alana wele dude asan iyal de kulu gigeni jana ana magara yala iyal de biga kan magara faida to sulu. Asa mini fi zaman da asa zurub ten nani kalamta jian semis ajat kulu mutu ma semis ajat kulu mafi bambe jato kita gili gogere ay no mini sabala da sa de yal sala jena suke remasa chala ndi the best condition ajat kulu ita magiligo iya zol kan ligoto gida kal fija baita miskin de biga ta gigeni asa kan jana yal tay kulu magagara kulu gigeni fi bet gua tay dana mabagida.
Yeah, I became disabled because of war. So in 1993, when we were fighting Arab, even when I was wounded, I was saying that I was wounded because of my land. So I feel proud. Now this war, I suffer. Why? We have already achieved our independence. Then now I'm suffering why I should be a refugee in my country within Juba. Because we disabled, we don't need fighting because we know the consequence of war. Then we were injured or wounded. Now we become a peaceful people. We need to unite ourselves. We return to peace. We return to love each other.
We designed the surveys so that in the end, the main beneficiaries, of course, are the people in South Sudan. Because what we track is their livelihoods and their situation on the ground. And the data we provide and we make available to any policymakers, but basically to any interested stakeholders. The data helps to inform their policies and their decisions and their programs based on the evidence of what actually is the fact on the ground. And so the policies which those stakeholders design gonna address better, more efficient and more effective the needs of the population in South Sudan.